Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So LSU's offense will have the ball first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath. And this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been here. Circle, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Got his man down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, and really nice job there on the run, 3rd down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That's caught. It's Anderson.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So,
and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Caught over the middle. It's Mosley. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll leave it with him. Makes his man miss. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Mississippi State going up tempo. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Under fire! And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gives it on the option. Fighting off the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Chapin. Finds his tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. A lot of urgency for this offense.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Tries to do it himself on the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get his first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. To the ground with the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's loose. All out of space. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the outside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. LSU right back to the line.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays through.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Tigers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
They get the score and a free trip to the ice bath after the game.
No doubt. Heck of a pass, though. To stand in there, know you're going to get smashed right in the face. I'll take the ice. I'll take the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the swamp. They're up by 10 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. And the ball squirted out. Bounced right back to them. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you...
Booth has decided to overturn the call. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. He's going to take off. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback may change this route. The give to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get him.
Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Chapin. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Glover. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option to give. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Nestled just inside that right upright. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time, offensive.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this with David kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Thompson. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Makes the grab. It's Durham. Lots of running room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff. Everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's a seam wide open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs for it, except facing a 3rd and long. A first down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown LSU! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Plows through the defense. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Looking for a man, it's Shapen. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Now, a 4th down.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.